more traditional style jiu-jitsu.
And we are underway.
Right away to get head control. Kemoy looks nice and relaxed.
Immediately heavy on these collar ties.
And more wrestling already than the first few matches that I was expecting. As we get to 185, though, you will see more wrestling than the lower weight classes, even when there are no points. I think both guys want to be on top.
Yeah, no sign of anybody looking to pull guard here at this point. Looking to battle for top position.
Mike doing a good job getting on Kemoy's head, but Kemoy's clearing, not letting them get deep in. Both guys look very relaxed, very calm. Mike with a wrestling background, obviously, has been here many, many times before. Again, a little slower pace to this one than our first couple matches.
Both competitors seem to really respect each other's game here.
Very different contrast in styles from Allen immediately sitting without touching to two big, strong guys wrestling for inside positions and arm drags. Mike shoots in with a just half-committed shot, kind of to test Kemoy's wrestling and base. Kemoy did a good job keeping his hips back, hand fighting in front. Mike again getting on the head, trying to be heavy on that neck.
People on the sideline here, understandably a little concerned as the match starts to approach them.
Yeah, two big middleweights flying into you would not be fun. From the looks of it, I think Kemoy is trying to bait Mike to shoot so that he can counter, maybe looking for a leg lock entry or for the neck. Mike seems to be pretty hip to that, and he's trying to set up his shot, set up his takedown, off good head and arm control to not let those counters happen. Again, in a sub-only match, you're interested to see how long they're going to opt to wrestle as opposed to get to the ground. Mike again able to get that inside tie position, but Kemoy's able to keep hand fighting to get his head free. Mike now is trying to do a little snap down, but Kemoy is too strong for that right now. Mike now aggressively pushing forward. To me, it looks like Kemoy is stepping back to try to set up a counter. Not really trying to offensively wrestle, but more try to set up counters off the wrestling. Going into the wall. Coming back to the center. As this tournament goes on, we might see some MMA-style wall wrestling.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much they really let them work as they get towards the wall here. Obviously, with spectators being along the sides here, you got to also be concerned for the safety of them as well.
Mike finally gets on the hip, gets in the single.
Nice and heavy.
Doing a really good job countering.
Kimura counter here.
Now he's transitioning right to the armbar off the Kimura. Beautiful exchange by Mike and Kemoy.
Wow.
Mike with the hips and the wrestling. Kemoy with a beautiful counter takedown. The armbar looks tight. Mike is doing a good job stacking, putting the knee to the face to be heavy on Kemoy.
Might be hard to keep that elbow control here, and Mike's looks
able
to be
clear
out and the side control. Nice.
Beautiful exchange. Beautiful exchange. Mike now with a heavy knee ride. He's got the arm isolation on the far side, and now he's going for a mounted triangle.
Looking to get to that mounted triangle
position.
position.
This is a technique I've seen Mike hit before in competition, but Kemoy is able to clear the arm. Mike settles for just a basic mount. He's going to look to isolate the arms. Mike doing a good job riding the mount position. Kemoy looks relaxed on the bottom, knowing with no points he can relax. He just needs to defend the arms and the neck.
So all that anticipation of the stand-up, and then to see an exchange like that to get it to the ground, well worth the wait.
Yeah, kind of what we were expecting. Kemoy was kind of sitting back waiting to counter the shot. Mike was trying to get into a good shot and not get countered. Very nice display of both guys' personal styles. Mike's now trying to isolate the right arm of Kemoy to try to work for that head and arm and get to the back. Kemoy's doing a good job of fighting back, but Mike now opts to go to side control. Again, in sub-only, that's something you'll see commonly, especially if a guy has good leg locks. The mount is a much harder position to maintain and not get leg locked sometimes. So the side control, avoiding those leg entries. Mike looks to be really putting heavy pressure on to try to wear Kemoy out with between knee rides and mounts and head and arms. Kemoy is able to escape. Now they're back to the feet. It'll be interesting to see the takedown scrambles after the first submission attempt from Kemoy.
5 minutes remaining.
We're halfway through, 5 minutes down, 5 to go in regulation.
Back to the feet here. It's almost as if nothing of that ever happened. Back to square one.
Kemoy looks very relaxed, very comfortable, confident in his game. Mike putting a lot of pressure on him, but Kemoy does not look bothered by it at all. He looks super calm. You can tell he's been here many, many times before. And Mike just doing classic wrestling. Beautiful shot by Kemoy. Getting good head side position, but Mike's able to keep his hips
on
free.
The leg here, trying to cut the angle.
Really nice takedown attempt by Kemoy. Nice escape by Mike.
Good defense here.
So now Kemoy showed both counter wrestling with his Kimura and his own offensive wrestling.
4 minutes remaining.
4 minutes left here in the match.
Pretty even match so far. Kemoy with the main submission attempt, but Mike kind of controlling the position.
I feel like we've seen everything except not a ton of leg entanglements in this match. He's more so old school jiu-jitsu, just wrestling, takedown pass.
Heavy pressure, yeah. Again, as you start getting into middleweight and up, you're going to see more and more of this type of jiu-jitsu.
Mike's talking to him.
Kemoy opposite.
Pulls guard here.
Some time. Mike keeping the knee in the middle, trying to keep his weight back to avoid those leg entanglements. Mike doing a good job trying to fight for wrist control as he clears through. Nice pass, but Kemoy's able to catch the foot, put him back in
Got the
loose
foot.
half guard.
He's looking at that underhook now coming out the back door.
Kemoy's looking for the deep half guard sweep. Mike's looking for a wizard to maybe set up his darce.
What Kemoy's doing here with his left leg is allowing him to really control Mike's knee here, making it hard for him to turn into him. Kemoy looking to get out the back door here.
Kemoy again looks super relaxed in every position.
Good
Comes
reversal.
up for a nice sweep. Again, in a no-point setting, it's more just to feel your opponent out and get to a good position. Mike's able to just come right back up. Nice flying triangle attempt.
Triangle
by Kemoy.
attempt, beautiful.
Mike saw that one coming. I like to see the attacks by Kemoy. He's a very, very game, from wrestling to flying submissions to counter wrestling. Very impressive jiu-jitsu by Kemoy. And Mike just steady, doing what he does, not worried by it. Not trying to get outside of his game and do what Kemoy wants. About 2.5 minutes left. Neither competitor super close to the submission. Kemoy had the armbar Kimura attempt, but Mike never was really that in danger. So it'll be interesting to see if one of them can start getting to the attack as there's about 2 minutes left in the fight, or we're going to go into another overtime situation.
Yeah, Kemoy doesn't quite have the underhook at this point. Looks like Mike's up, and he pops out there with the underhook quick. Mike counters with his knee. Kemoy able to get both knees back in the middle here, looking to maybe isolate a leg.
Mike doing a good job trying to keep his weight and hips back, not letting Kemoy get underneath him. Both guys just seem very schooled in all aspects of the jiu-jitsu game. There's no rush, no panic, whether they're on top, bottom.
Definitely very impressed by both competitors so far. Both are very game, attacking constantly. Very nice pass here.
Mike able to get the pass. Just about 90 seconds left, so if Mike wants to attack the submission regulation, this is probably going to be his best time.
Looking to maybe isolate that far side armbar here. Got a good underhook control.
Kemoy knows there's limited time left, so he's going to do everything in his power to avoid that submission. Mike has the underhook to try to step over and look for the armbar / Kimura. Mike's able to get him on his side.
1 minute remaining.
There's 1 minute left. Mike has to work if he wants this finish.
Mike's in a good position.
Kemoy's able to explode
very nice
out.
escape. Turns into him, able to clear that elbow.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Kemoy look for the leg.
Wow.
Oh, Mike goes for having an armbar while Kemoy was trying to come up for a leg.
Interesting.
Both guys showing some flying attacks today. Again, I love
Both
to
guys
see
hungry.
that. A collegiate level wrestler diving for arm bars. You love to see that. This is, high level jiu-jitsu and a well balanced jiu-jitsu from both guys. Mike again looking to pass, about 30 seconds left.
Remaining.
He gets the pass, but Kemoy looks to kind of concede and just not use energy to try to stop it. At this point, I think Kemoy's just trying to defend and get to the overtime round, unless Mike makes a mistake. Mike trying to catch a quick arm lock to try to finish before the overtime. Under 15 seconds left. I don't see Kemoy. Kemoy just looks
10 seconds.
incredibly relaxed, just waiting for the overtime. No, there's no point to try to do anything right here.
Time.
And that's the end of the
then
regulation.
Regulation. So again, we're going to go to our EBI overtime. Kemoy being a 10th Planet Brown Belt, you know he will be prepared for the EBI overtime rounds. Mike has fought in finishers before and other EBI tournaments, so you know he knows the game as well. With guys this big and this strong, it'll be interesting to see how explosive the escapes and the choke attempts are right as we say go. Both guys getting set. Right away, Mike's able to get a little bit of an angle. He's trying to get his head free to the floor. Kemoy's trying to keep his head up. Kemoy is able to get his head down. Kemoy has a body triangle, but Mike's hip is almost free. It's going to be hard for him to shake Kemoy off. But Kemoy, at this point, looks to be looking for the arm bar more than anything with the neck. The body triangle is keeping him on the back, though. Mike's using a lot of energy to hold him up. Kemoy still has the Kimura lock. And
he's
that
out.
is an escape.
Wow.
About 35 seconds.
Structurally sound there from Carpenter. Just keeping his legs wide there, keeping good posture. Was able to shake him off.
Mike looks to be opting for his back attack as well. Very similar start. Kemoy very good getting his hip free. Mike trying to get to a body triangle, but Kemoy is attacking the foot with his hand to try to clear.
Gets his hips out. Wow.
Beautiful
Great escape.
Only about 12 seconds in.
Wow.
So Kemoy, again, clearly looks like a very seasoned EBI overtime competitor. Not surprising with his background.
Just grabbed the foot, exploded the hips out. Was out right away.
Was never worried about the choke.
Yeah. Impressive there.
Round number 2 of 3 of our overtime coming up. Again, Kemoy super relaxed. I'm really impressed by how relaxed he is in all aspects of this game. Overtime, regulation, attacking, defense. Very, very skilled jiu-jitsu guy. Mike looks to almost be out already, too. A little bit of disagreement about if he had the arm triangle. That was about a 15-second escape.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was quite out at that point, but I'm not sure.
In the rules meeting, Omar did say that if the arm triangle has to be tight, or if there's space and it's not really threatening submission, it's not considered still on the back. So let's see if Mike can get a little bit of the ride time back as he attacks. Look, trying to get that body triangle, but Kemoy doing a good job not letting him get a full locked-in body triangle. And again, he just opts to grab the foot and peel right out.
Oh,
Mike's
wow.
doing a little bit better job riding to the other side this round.
Very good
Kemoy's
explosiveness.
almost free. He just has to get those shoulders free. Mike doing a good job staying behind the back, not letting him get through. Mike's making up a little bit of the difference between the first 2 rounds.
Kemoy's really looking to try to explode, get
Kemoy's
his back to
almost
the
there,
mat, and he's
that is
out.
an escape. There were probably only about 5 to 10 seconds apart in the ride time, so this last overtime is going to decide the match. Round number 3, both have short ride times.
I'd say Kemoy's probably slightly ahead, if I had to guess.
Kemoy has a little bit of ride time advantage, and I think he just looks a little bit more apt to the overtime rules.
Mike immediately getting his back to the mat here.
This is going to really come down to, are you trying to submit your opponent, or are you
Wow.
trying to escape? Kemoy goes to arm
he's
triangle,
on
but
the arm
keeps it tight this
triangle.
time, so a really good job. Mike's
And-
able to get the free. Looks like the arm triangle is free.
He's still got the elbow control, I guess. I can't really see from this angle.
Looks like Kemoy.
And it's out.
Kemoy only had 20 seconds to ride time. So
This
we
could
don't
be
have the
anyone's
times in front
match,
of us, but
yeah.
It looked like about 30 seconds.
This is gonna be
ride
a
time and Mike
marginal
can
one
win.
here for sure.
Kemoy's going to explode to get out because he knows if he gets out early, this match is his.
Very razor thin match here. Some discussion over here
So here we
for time.
Here we go, the last overtime ride. This is going to come down to literally seconds on the clock, unless Mike is able to get an early submission.
If Mike's able to really hold him here for a sufficient period of time.
You'd think at this point in the round, Mike's going to opt for control as opposed to submission. Kemoy knows he just has to get out quick. It's all about time right here. Kemoy, again, immediately fighting the hands. Mike doing a little bit more pressure on the chin and face to try to not allow the head to come through.
Really keeping a nice tight backpack here. It looks like
Kemoy's
Kemoy's hips are coming out.
Again, the top hook's there.
He's got,
We're
ooh,
about
looks,
15 seconds in.
he's keeping that really tight upper body control.
Yeah, if he can't get his head free.
Kemoy's really
Mike's doing a
scooting.
really
He's
good job, but Kemoy's fighting through. This is going to be close. This is going to come down to a matter of just a few seconds. Both guys are working.
Oh,
It
Mike,
has to be close.
Mike looks to be.
This has to be super close. The choke is tight.
It looks like
Kemoy looks relaxed. The
he's
one-arm
under the
choke's
chin
in.
here, but it looks like he can't quite get the body
We
position
have to
here.
be close to the ride time at this point. 40 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, the ride time's big here, but hey, and
Mike
he brings him
with
to
a
the other
really
side,
aggressive-
and he's out.
Wow,
Wow.
this is going to be tight. This is going to be really
I
tight
don't
on
know.
ride time.
I don't know
Great.
about that. That was a great match. I mean, that ride time there at the end was pretty substantial. I don't know. This could be anyone's match. Let's wait and find out.
The notebook calculations in my head, I think Mike might have got the ride time, but I do not have it written down in front of me.
Yeah.
A great
If
performance by both
I had to
guys.
guess, I'd say Mike did enough there at the end to probably take the match, but it could go either way. I'm not sure.
They are adding up the ride times right now. We will have our winner in just a few seconds. The crowd is kind of all waiting. So here we go.